Hello everyone, welcome to the Digital Systems Architecture Practical Series. In today's session, we will study about ripple counter. Okay. So, before starting with the ripple counter, let us study the working of the JK flip-flop, because we will be using JK flip-flop for this particular case. So, this is a JK flip-flop having two inputs and two outputs, Q and Q bar. So, we apply the inputs at JK and we get output at Q and Q bar. Of course, Q and Q bar, they are always complement of each other. So suppose if we connect the J and K input to logic 1, that is VCC, and if we apply the clock, okay, and this is the clock which we can see a series of pulses of zeros and one, continuous ones and zeros. So what happens, suppose if the initial output was 1 0, so if the first clock appears at the input, what happens is that the output, that is 1 0, it changes to 0 1. So this is the toggling state of JK flip-flop. So in this case, when we are using JK flip-flop as a ripple counter, we'll use 3 JK flip-flops. So we will use all the flip-flops in toggle mode and connect them together. So this goes on as the clock appears, the output changes from 0 1 to 1 0 and 1 0 to 0 1 continuously. So this is how we make up the 3-bit ripple counter. So we are using 3 JK flip-flops. As you can see, all the J and K inputs are connected to VCC, and the clock is applied to the first JK flip-flop, while the output of the first becomes the clock. So this is the clock. The initial clock is applied to the first flip-flop, while the output of the first becomes the clock of the second, and output of the second becomes the clock of the third one. So this is the output we get. Okay, there are 3 waves. The first one, the upper one, is the clock. The second one is the Q0. The third one is the output. So the Q0 is the output of the first flip-flop, Q1 is the output of the second flip-flop, and Q2 is the output of the third flip-flop. So as we can see, in the Q0, whenever the clock changes from positive to negative to positive, it toggles. Okay, and when Q0 changes from 0 to 1, Q1 toggles, and when Q1 goes from 0 to 1, Q2 toggles. So in this way we get this sequence. As we can see, this is 1 1 1, then 1 1 0, 1 0 1, 1 1 0, 0 1 1, 0 1 0, 0 0 1, and 0 0. So it starts from 1 1 1, that is 7, then 6 5 4 3 2 1 0. Then of course it again comes to all ones. So this is how the 3-bit ripple counter works. It counts up to 8. So now we are into the SimulIDE. So let us first select the components. So we can just type here JK and enter. So we get this JK flip-flop, or you can directly go into the memory option and then you can find JK flip-flop, this one. Okay, now in this JK flip-flop, 1 minute, there is a set reset. So we need to actually connect them to proper either ground or VCC. So we can get rid of them. Just double click here and we get this. In the main we get use reset set pins. So I just uncheck this both, so we can get rid of this set and reset pins. So we get this. So I need 3 JK flip-flop. So just copy it and paste, keep it here. Then one more, you can keep it here. Now next, because we need to connect all the flip-flops in toggle mode, we need one VCC, one power supply. So we take this fixed voltage, keep it here, and then connect this fixed voltage which each and every input, that is J and K both, of all the flip-flops. Then this one, and this one, the final. Now next we need the clock input. Okay. So here we can see the clock is here. We connect the clock to this main clock to the first flip-flop. Then output of this becomes the clock of the second one, and output of this second becomes the clock of the third one. Okay, now this is how we do the connection. Okay, now after making this circuit, we need to check the output, and for checking the output we have an option here of oscilloscope. You can see here, we just take this oscilloscope. In this oscilloscope there are 4 channels, and luckily we have this 4 4 waves we have to check. The red one, this is the yellow one, so we connect this yellow channel to the clock input. This will show the clock waveform. Then this light violet we connect to the output of the first flip-flop. Then we use this orange, light orange, to the output of the second flip-flop, and the last one, the green one, to the output of the last flip-flop. So this is how we do the connection. Now we turn on the power supply, we turn on the clock, and also we turn on the simulation. Okay, so this is the running. I'll just expand it, and we get this thing. Okay, so here we can see these are the parameters for channel 1, green, the yellow one. The second is the parameter for the second channel. These are the parameters for the third and the fourth one. I just click on all, and I just adjust this volt per division. I just increase this to 3 volt per division, so that they fit properly all the waveform. I can see it easily. So I just turn it to 3 volt per division. So this is the setting. Then I click on trigger. You can see this trigger, the green one. Okay, otherwise the waveform will run away from us. So I just click on channel 1, the yellow. Click on channel 1, and you can see this is the voltage position. So I want to see all the 4 waves. All 4 waves, they are all together. I want to separate them. So I just increase this volt position to positive. Okay, so you can see it is separating, it is going up. This is the clock voltage. Then I click on channel 2. This is the output of the second the first flip-flop. I just change this to some positive value. Okay. Then I click on channel 3. I have to take it down, so I need to turn in the opposite direction because there is a negative value, so it goes in this. Okay, and the last waveform, channel 4, still more negative, so that it goes down more further. So these are the 4 waveforms. The first one, this one is the clock. This output, this is the output of the first flip-flop. As we can see, the width of this clock and width of this. So the 2 clock pulses make up 1 output pulse of the first flip-flop, and 2 output pulses of the first flip-flop, they make up 1 output pulse of the second flip-flop, and 2 output pulses of second flip-flop, they make a single output pulse of the next flip-flop. And even here we can see the counting. Okay, the first one 1 1, this is 1 1 1. Okay, then 1 1 0. Okay, then 1 0 1, then 1 0 0. Okay, and so on, 0 1 1, and so on. If you go further, you can even decrease this time scale so that more waves can be occupied. Okay, we can see the entire counting if you want. So starting from 1 1 1, it goes to 0 0 0, and then again resets. So this is how this particular counter works. So that's all for this particular session. Thanks for watching.